was hella
Did
cute.
you buy tunics still? Right, so did we.
Okay,
I don't think we bought it either.
we have not.
We have not since ago.
Let's get tested. Right away, sideways munchers are surprising to me as a player.
Super cute.
I'm just not used to seeing them. Hey Cam, how's it going? Good to see you.
We got
Okay,
Celeste, and what's the guy's name?
Theo.
Theo. I knew it started with a T. I was gonna say Trevor, but that wasn't it. Theo. Madeline and Theo. And then
Okay. I appreciate the low-key aesthetics also. They're still nice, but nice and vanilla.
what's your favorite of the merch? I want to know everybody's favorite. I love it.
Okay. Cool. So kind of Cam, like for the most part, no, I was not able to get him back, but I had slightly more backed up than I thought I did, so it ended up being okay. The previous laptop is pretty much fried though. I tried to do a stress test for it when I got it back from the data recovery place on Monday, and it lasted 5 minutes with having OBS open, not even streaming, just having it open, before the fan made one of the most ungodly noises either Bone and I have ever heard. So, presenting the new webcam, or layout, and all that. So we have a new layout, I don't know. We have a new layout package and everything, because I did everything on Bun's old laptop.
Wait, 1 second.
Thing. Okay. So initial notes on the level are, I appreciate that it's pretty clean and easy to read. If you wanted to indicate things for SMW players specifically, I guess just as a heads up, players for SMW have typically become accustomed to yellow coins, specifically meaning jump, and blue coins meaning spin. I don't know exactly how much you know about SMW, so I'm kind of just explaining everything right now. I also appreciate that this level doesn't really have coin indicators, but just as if you wanted to use them, I guess, just as a heads up. I don't think you really needed any indication in this level, because that's all pretty much just like platforming so far. And the only parts where you really need to like spin jump specifically are all on screen. Just kind of more as general feedback, I guess. Yeah, it's nice and satisfying and fun.
It's Celeste. I was like, it's Celeste. Like saying that it was a Celeste shirt, and then I was like, oh, what's the guy's name? And then I said Antheo, and then I was like, wait, Madeline and Theo. Holy moly. Both those pins on my bag, right? Aren't they adorable? See,
Whoops.
the whole thing collection.
It's true.
Find a good way to display. They have them set up really cute.
I have a bunch of pins over by my work. Yeah, we need to figure out how to get a Bun cam on stream, because there's a CO cam on Bun stream now, but
You're really cute.
no, I need to go. Whew. Thought I was fucked for sure, and then I died immediately. Blah.
Which really sucks, because Chalk It Up is this weekend.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh no! It's gonna be so hot for everybody. They have a festival every year in downtown Sac called Chalk It Up. It's always on Labor Day weekend. And they have all kinds of artists doing chalk drawings all the way around the block that goes around the park.
That's probably the hardest jump up the level. Not that it necessarily like needs nerfing or anything, just kind of talking it out a little bit.
There's just people who do it just for, they buy their own square just to do it. It's so much fun. We always love to go. It's gonna be so fucking hot. That sucks so bad for them. Hope everyone will have water. And then shade. Anyway, we'll still go,
Oof.
but...
I said that other jump was the hardest jump at the level, but honestly, that jump onto that other net's pretty big.
One, two, asleep. Unfortunately, you had a face reveal, so I can tell you you're fucking cute. The unfortunate part is for you getting complimented by the Lindsay, you're high!
Dang. Okay, I kind of need to like move fast through that part in order to actually get up there.
Lemmas, you're cute. You gotta just accept it. You're both cute, okay? If I have to accept it, so do you.
Yeah, I appreciate the difficulty on it, honestly. It's like clean. It's not asking anything that's like super ridiculous or anything, but it's also not just like, I don't know. It's good. I'm having fun with it.
It's so cute. See how I chose the colors? It's like a chartreuse and then I did like
Dang.
a sparkly accent.
Yeah, I also did my nails. I don't know if you can really see, but they're very sparkly.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
There
They're
we
very
go.
pointy though. He did them so pointy. Usually we do them more almond.
Yeah, I appreciate that it's not free.
Which I was gonna do more of next month anyway for October, but
I just haven't played Kaizo in like a week or so, so a little rusty, but that's okay. Dang.
It's always amazing what people can do with chalk though. Like, there's definitely a method of like, kind of like watercoloring with chalk. So like, kind of putting the chalk on the sidewalk, and then like getting a brush in water and like really painting it on there. You can do so
That's
much
a good neck
stuff
bump.
with it. I've never actually like gotten a square there and done it, but I've definitely done chalk art before. I haven't done it with that method though. We should try it. And what we have here, I have OMG Papillon GMG! If anyone hasn't seen what's Puppy, there are pics in the Discord. Oh no!
Oh, there's a Pokey there. I've been hurrying so fast I didn't know that Pokey was there, but that's good to know. Okay. It's a fun level. I like this. Hey, Deported, how's it going?
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much for the compliments. What the heck? What the heck? You're amazing. You're amazing.
Happy Friday, everyone, by the way.
Christy, hi, how are you doing? So great to see you. I hope you're having a good night.
It's very relieving to be able to just chill and stream again. I also completely forgot to mention it, but my birthday's in 10 days, so we're probably gonna do something for it on stream. I haven't actually like planned anything for it yet. But just stay tuned to the Discord and stuff, because I'll probably figure it out soon.
I don't have the other webcams set up.
Last year we ended up doing like I think it was it 2 days or 3 days of 12-hour streams? I think it was 2 days. But that was basically the closest we've come to a 24-hour stream. It was very fun, but also very tiring. I still want to do a big stream this year, maybe not that long.
I just have to write.
But also this laptop runs stuff a lot better. So I'm also more down to just play stuff. Okay, so all of that works a little bit better if I actually hold down jump. Oh, wow, that was a weird bounce off of that. Okay. So loop around, that's probably going to be a mushroom there.
It looks so pretty though, right? Oh my god.
Okay, cool.
Look at all those colors, thank you. It's your best journal yet? Thank you guys. I'm very proud of it. It just took so long. And then also, the texture of the acrylic paint is like too much. My hand sticks to it and then it's like sticking to itself. But it's so pretty.
You can like hear the acrylic.
I know, you can hear it. You got acrylic paint ASMR. And then we have this one. I thought I was more finished with this than I am. I haven't done any of like the headers yet. But the paint took forever. This fucking paint. Oh my god, I'm out of my nails. This paint is very, very light. So I did a white coat of like primer paint basically, and then I tried to put the green on top of it, and it said no. So then I had to
No,
mix
don't
the
punch.
green with
Okay.
white. It's the prettiest fucking color.
Okay, this is fun. I
Um,
gotta focus. But I like
and
it.
then here's my monthly. I'm pretty proud of how this turned out. I'm so sorry I'm not.
I also appreciate the green and red
Oh,
color scheme
there's
here.
one thing I care about. It's like making sure I don't miss too much of chat. Okay, so I definitely have to label all of this still, but you know, up here we'll say September 2022. These little ones will be like the days. Down here, I like to keep track of birthdays, stuff that's for next month.
Damn. Okay.
Gas, and then
There's like one or two frames of lag that I'm like adjusting around, so this is like still playable, but it's not like exactly where I want it to be. I might download RetroArch between streams and try it out and see if I like it better. But I didn't want to deal with all of that right now. As it is, this level is very fun though.
And then we have the weeklies, which I colored this in on the first one, and then I was like,
No! I saw what to do, I just ran out of time. God damn it. Okay. Very fun. I like this.
So, I just have to kind of finish the monthlies. I stayed up so fucking late on Wednesday night, like finishing paint as much as I could. And then Thursday, I was supposed to spend all day doing homework, but instead I spent like all day working on the bullet journal, and then did homework. And I was like, oh, why am I so behind? And like, I'm still not done with the damn bullet journal. So we'll find another method, but I really like how it turned out with like the boxes and everything. It looks so cute. So how long did that take? Way longer than anticipated, Christy. That is all I can say.
How long did it take?
Get my
Yes.
bullet journal done in the 2 streams that I stream. So I do a Tuesday and Wednesday stream, whatever
Dang.
the last Tuesday and Wednesday stream
Alright.
of the month.
Very fun flow for this, by the way.
And usually I can get it
You can
done
definitely
during
tell
those 2
that
weeks.
you are an experienced creator, Buflen, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else you come up with.
Probably 24 hours.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, let me
I've,
make sure to miss anything. Let's go back up.
I stopped playing Mario Maker pretty early into Mario Maker 1, but to be honest, your levels were always ones that I kept my eye on, so I'm excited to see what you can make in SMW.
Okay, that's fair. But means I also don't want you to.
I'm still so,
Like, I get it.
I'm like really not used to there being a bun cam that I have to look over. Oh, there is a Pokey here. Okay. I wanted to see if there was anything that was going to kill me there if I had waited a cycle. Dang it. Okay. 80, Dad. Thank you for 20 months. Tier 2? Goddamn. Thank you. 80, Dad, you'll be happy to know. Did I clip into the pipe? Fucking quarter clipped. Come on. There's a pipe, or there's a patch for that, Buflen, as a heads up. I don't know if you necessarily want to apply it. But because SMW is super old and kind of jank, if you run up against the side of a pipe in this game, there is, okay. I just want to let you know in case you didn't know. You applied it and it still happens? Oh, you applied it after. Okay. Well, no worries then. I just, In case you didn't know, I wanted to make sure you
But
knew.
they're all gold, silver, black, or white.
It's not even like really that big of a deal,
I
honestly.
saw the poster.
Like I've
Of the
played and
literal
beaten
now.
plenty of hacks that did not even have that patch on it, and it's really not that big of a deal.
I almost
Whew, that's hard. Okay.
yeah, now that you mention
Um,
it, I probably
it's something that a lot of players are pretty accustomed to having at this point, so I just want to make sure I mention it.
Wait, what are you laughing at me at?
I might try, by the way, I'm like kind of still fiddling with the layouts. I might try to make the chat box about me on this stream a little bit lighter.
I tried it.
I wasn't really sure how it was going to look with other people's chat colors and stuff.
Ripped a little bit, and then also
But I'm noticing it's a little dark for some of like the darker colors, which is fine. It's hard to balance when like I'm testing and stream and stuff by myself for hours at a time.
Marker things that I normally put. Because it both was and wasn't easier, if this makes sense. If it makes sense. Oh, thank you. Okay, I will try to remember, but I'm horrible.
Yeah, and I mean it's already patched, right? So I'm not really like trying to beat up on it too much, but
which is close to God, so maybe I can remember.
I think you'd be forgiven for anything like that. Yeah, that's fair.
I can like remember. I can remember a different name that usually.
And the Super Cooper card differently than I do it, so it looks jankier. I wait a bit more, but it works both ways. Okay. I'll check it out when I get there. Maybe I can. So typically, just as a heads up with my playtesting streams, if I see a setup, I'll try to draw it with my mouse really quick. Feel free to completely ignore it, just as a heads up. But I've noticed I tend to do that a little bit more on playtesting than some other people do. Do I like 1-up mushrooms or Yoshi's better? What color is the Yoshi, Momo? Because I feel like that makes a difference. Also, hi. Dang it. This reminds me of like a harder Kurosu world, which is very nostalgic for me because Kurosu was actually my first Kaizo hack like 4 years ago now, I think.
Sorry.
I should replay that hack at some point. I don't actually know if I ever fully beat it, but if you go dig into my YouTube, you can see I like edited videos for it and everything. Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay, I'm doing that? No, probably not.
No, probably not. Okay, so oh, you could. That's cute. Okay, so I think I see what you're saying. Where if I wait a little bit longer here,
it just makes sense, yeah. Okay.
If I wait a little bit longer here, I can jump back out, hit the Super Koopa more over here, and then bump up over here.
There were parts that I because they were like smaller boxes, you know. And I was like,
theoretically, I guess. How does this feel if there's just like a muncher here, and then pipes here? Thank you for the follow. I don't have quick action. Dang it. But thank you for the follow. Good to see you. So if you put potentially 2 munchers here, like a tile here, and then pipe here, it could potentially prevent the player. I guess I'd need to see the arc of the Super Koopa again. But it could potentially be possible to kind of just draw the munchers in a way where you can't jump on them early here. And that would prevent the player from doing it the slightly jankier way that I've apparently been doing it. Also, hey Shao, good to see you. I'm also very excited for a Buflen level. I'm also down to just test whatever you have whenever, by the way, Buflen. I'm pretty open for playtesting stuff.
It turns out I'm a huge.
I try to stream it as often as I can, but
It's probably the closest to like.
yeah, whichever you prefer, honestly.
They're pokier than usual. But, like, if I'm not about it, I'll
Honestly, I guess both ways would be fine. Just if you were trying to more force that extra weight there, I think just kind of drawing ground and preventing the player from jumping on it really would be probably the easiest way to go about it. And given how not even really simplistic, but given how like clean the rest of the level is, having the more streamlined approach to prevent the player from jumping early there might help. I always hesitate to call stuff simple because simple is a good thing in my opinion, but a lot of creators don't want their stuff to be simple or viewed as simple. I personally prefer when things are nice and clean like that because it's easier to read, and when I die, like, it's 100% my fault. Like, if I die, I waited too long. You prefer simple too? I kind of figured. I'm always like pretty cautious though when I start testing for people because I think I must have called something simple once to a creator who didn't really like it as much because I don't know why I would otherwise be like cautious about it. But to me, simple is a good thing because it's very hard to make things that are fun but also like like clean to read. But from looking at the arc of this jump and what I'm forced to do here, I don't think I'm touching this general area right here, unless I'm jumping on the Super Koopa early on the way back over here. So potentially just putting a little bit of extra ground there would do kind of a lot, in my opinion.
I've never gotten a rib tattoo.
It'd probably also be easier than trying to move around like the Super Koopas for spawning issues or whatever. Because Super Koopa arcs are, I'm sure you've figured out by just designing this level, they're kind of awkward to design around at times.
But I don't know. This feel was like, you know it's gonna be like L, and you're gonna be like, why did I choose this spot? Oh. Okay.
I told you people were going to comment on the Sideways Munchers Buflen. Hi everyone over here again. I have to keep giving shoutouts to the bun cam because I keep forgetting I'm on a bun cam.
Thank you so much for the 21 months. It's so good to see you. How is the house coming along and everything? What is going on?
I also kind of like Sideways Munchers, honestly. But it is a motion that SMW players are not really used to seeing. Yeah. It's not even necessarily that it's like wrong to have them or anything. It's just, it's so rare to see them that I feel like that's going to be something that may be a common statement, even though it doesn't matter at all. How's it going, Tuna? Good to see you.
Might be a free of you. I don't know because my artist is like very good at the hand. It's just like.
Okay.
Oh, Splee, I missed.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the lurkies.
I don't usually like to say when I want to get tattooed before I get it tattooed, but I did get it display already. But it's shit. I forget what even episode it's from, but it's Love is Brightest. Yeah. It's been kind of a dark thing. I love Misha and Brightest. Like, you're almost done?
To be honest, Buflen, that happens very often in SMW. Whoa, I respawned that. That was weird. Creator bias, I'm sure, happens a lot in Mario Maker also, but SMW is so deep with like everything,
I'm such a nerd.
even just in terms of like a jump, because you can re-grab and fast fall and slow fall and timings and everything. And the camera is so particular, and there's not very much to work with because it's just a square, basically.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't go enough together that you can see the tattoo.
There's a lot that kind of adds up to creator bias being a very real thing, even when you're just starting off at SMW. My first hack, honestly, actually had a lot of that, and it wasn't until I was watching. It wasn't really until I was watching people play through it that I was like, I guess I could loosen this slightly and get the exact same thing across. I personally didn't think the mushroom part was too tight yet. It is definitely the hardest thing of the level, but at least up until now I haven't really felt like it's been like oppressively hard or anything. If I die to it like a significant more amount of times, I guess I might recommend it, but
I love this shit. I love HGTV shit. Here's Discord if anyone is not there. Also to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh god, it's 9.
Uh-oh.
Anyways,
I'm super dead.
People that I have not responded to in DMs. I love you so fucking much.
So I guess if you wanted to,
Where am I going?
you could just scoot all of this slightly closer to the left. And basically just put this like question mark or the note block right here, and then this pipe right here. And basically just make this a 2-tile gap to kick this up into. Because all that would basically do is mean that you don't have to run as far to the right to be able to kick it forward. Because if you just kick it up immediately, obviously you don't make it. Hey Borgie, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We're live again, which is more than I was expecting. Also, thank you for the sub over on Buzz stream over here.
Yeah.
I have to get used to that. Okay.
Thank you so much for the 5. Wait,
and
for the 9
yeah,
months, 5 months streak. Okay. 9 months, 5 months in a row.
I'm always like not really sure what to recommend to people who are like brand new at SMW.
I'm so sorry.
But save states are a very powerful tool. I personally refuse to test the level with save states. Like, I'll put a save state on the overworld so I can skip past everything like loading and stuff. But I always try to test levels from the beginning because it also gives a decent amount of time.
I lost right now. Oh, I was looking at the
For sure, you did it perfectly. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what I did the first time, so we'll figure it out. But
I'm so excited for you. That's so nice.
Like I said, it doesn't feel like oppressively difficult. I just think if it was loosened by like a tile or something, I don't really think like it would still get the point across of being like a pretty tough obstacle. But probably bring it more in line with the rest of the level.
I was like, there.
I really like the difficulty of this though, by the way. I've been trying to not really recommend too many changes to this because this is already pretty fun as it is. Most of the stuff I've been recommending is more just if you want to change spawns and stuff around. Honestly, I kind of like, after being in the segment for a little while, I kind of like being able to jump early on the Super Koopa part because it kind of just feels like it works for me pretty well. I am kind of wondering if it's potentially messing with my spawning for the mushroom part, but I don't think it would.
Awesome spawn to one of your boobs. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, that spot is... Ooh, that spot is no go.
Also, out of curiosity, how do y'all feel about the layout compared to the last one? Because I like the colors, but I am open to changing it if it's not y'all's cup of tea, I guess.
Or a colored subway. I love a good subway.
I also built it without any of my art and stuff in the background, which I might change because I was able to actually find some.
What I'm obsessed with lately is colorful cabinets.
Uh-oh.
Like a nice, like, sage green on the cabinets. Or like a nice, like, almost like muted teal.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's so good.
This is one area where Bun and I disagree.
Wow. So pretty.
For some reason, I don't love colored cabinets, and I don't know why. I love color everywhere else, but...
No! I'm so mad. Sio and I agree on everything design-wise except for this one thing, apparently, which is colored cabinets. I'm not talking about different colored uppers and lowers.
I can maybe do it if it's the same color
I'm saying
throughout.
the same color
Okay.
throughout.
I
Like,
just...
instead of white cabinets, it's just like a sage green or something instead.
Okay. I could maybe do it if it was the same color throughout.
Yes, it would be.
Okay.
Okay, I also don't hate when there's a different color upper and lower if it's done correctly, but CO fucking hates it
Yeah,
regardless. So that's why they're like, no colors. And I'm just like,
Split cabinets just look like a Pokeball kitchen to me.
what's my hand with that? I just saw it on my stream.
I'm open to changing my mind about it, but most of the time when I've seen it, I've not been the biggest fan of it personally.
That was the fucking, like, Dr. Evil,
Parents just
like...
redid their kitchen. Okay. I do want to reiterate, I have seen times where it's looked good. It's just if I was like personally designing a kitchen, I probably would not personally want different colored uppers and lowers. I could probably do like a muted colored cabinet all the way through if we design the kitchen around it. But the millennial dream of imagining the kitchen you'll maybe be able to renovate someday.
I mean, we have like a galley kitchen that's pretty small.
And then just doing it in Animal Crossing.
You can see the entrance to it behind me, but then you can also see it on Sio's panel a little bit. Single basin sink, it's nice. You wash your pots in there. Sometimes I see these kitchen sinks and I'm like, how are you gonna fit a pot in there? How are you gonna fit your crock pot in there to rinse it out? Recovered. Had a couple weeks though. Well, glad to hear you've pretty much fully recovered. Very glad to hear that. Ceiling's just a positive ceiling. Nice. We have a popcorn ceiling here and I hate it. The kitchen doesn't have it.
Dang.
The bathroom doesn't have it.
So I guess if you potentially wanted to loosen this, so like the fast way was also possible, Buflen. If you just lowered this muncher by a tile, I think that would work. Setup I wanted was for the Super Koopa to pass over your head. Okay, let me play this segment a little bit more and I'll see if I can recommend a way to draw that out, because I'm sure there's a way you can do it with the free space that you have. Just alternatively, if you wanted to loosen it to the point where the fast way was possible, I would maybe recommend just loosening that by a tile. It would also probably... So, weird thing about SMW, I guess, is checkpoint length is pretty much entirely up to the creator. This checkpoint length feels fine, but in terms of this trick into this trick, it is pretty tricky, I guess. It's not, like, I like the difficulty of this, but just in terms of the stuff that you're asking me to do before compared to those two tricks in particular. But I think if you were to nerf the way into that mushroom grab, it would maybe lessen the need to nerf the mushroom grab itself, because you'd get more attempts at it, I guess.
How are you?
Also, hi everyone. Can y'all see my shiny nails also?
Has cute shiny nails. We can see. We can see. Oh yeah. Beautiful. We both have cute nails. Also, I love your new nails. Thank you so much. Theo picked out the colors. Oh. How are you doing, Rob? It's so nice to see you. Yeah, Theo is using my laptop that I would use at the couch setup with them, and we realized we had another webcam, so we have it on my like.
Thank you, Rev.
My old.
I'm very happy with them, honestly.
On this laptop all the time. Anyway, I put the webcam on.
Okay. I like really just keep trying to jump immediately. I want to see how this feels waiting. But yes, thank you, Cam. For those that don't know, we had to rebuild our entire stream setup this week because the laptop that we had been using nonstop since 2017 basically uh, died very unexpectedly while I was setting up for the race last week. So if you're wondering why I never came back for the race, that would be why. You want to paint your nails now? Do it, Rev. Gotta be honest. Painting my nails cute was kind of really the only thing that kept me going. Yeah, we tried to get all the data and stuff recovered on Monday. I took Monday off because I was just like super anxious and stuff. They weren't able to do anything about it, unfortunately, because Windows just straight up deleted the file. That's pretty tricky if you have to wait. Let me try again. I'm probably waiting too long there, but I see what you want me to do when I'm waiting.
I get mine done, but COs are long enough on their own that they can do for themselves. And I have a very large nail polish collection from before I started getting mine done all the time. So they have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, shoutouts to Bun's massive nail.
I used to have a problem where like I couldn't go to Target or Walgreens or any store that sold a nail polish without coming home with a nail polish.
Well, it's less of a problem now that I also paint my nails, because now I have a lot to choose from
Well,
too.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Yep.
So that was just where I needed to get some dopamine, you know? Like, just give me the nail polish dopamine. What if I want to wear this color sometime? We don't know. We don't know. I do my sacrifices on the right counter.
Yo, Cam, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. I very much appreciate that. So, as a heads up, I am on Bun's laptop, which we got for her to stream from, so she could like stream from the couch and stuff with me. I think for the time being, unless Bun needs his laptop back, like I'm just gonna kind of take over this one for a while. But we will definitely use that for birthday stuff, because it's my birthday this month, for those that don't know. And I don't exactly know what I'm doing for it yet. But there's a lot of stuff that I can do on this laptop that I wasn't able to do it before. For those that didn't see, Pom Pom is there. February was...
Was it 2? There's no sense of time, it probably was 2.
No, there's no way it's been 7 months since you finished Kingdom Hearts 2. Was it really?
I don't know. What? Does anyone know? Mike says Kingdom Hearts 2, we think.
Alright, we need to get you going on Birth by Sleep, I guess.
I have too many games!
I mean, yes, but...
I shout too many games.
But thank you, Cam. That's very much appreciated.
Missile highs? That's okay, Rev. Everybody say hi to Rev now. She goes to the highs. I guess I could like switch to the game. But, like, we're chilling.
Alright, I'm trying to get back there so I can recommend a way for the Super Koopa part to work if you go immediately or if you wait. Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying there, where it seems to line up a little bit better. Fuck. Okay, I might also recommend just getting rid of this pipe, because I feel like I'm having to wait here a little too long. Like, I don't mind it being up here on the pipe because that's actually like a really nice setup to force this goomba out of your hand fast. But I think this little bit of extra time where it's up here is just a little too harsh, especially since you have to jump over there. As it is, it's a very, very fun segment, though.
A hug redeem. Okay, here, why don't I go over to CO Cam and redeem the hug?
Alright. One sec. Alright.
Do I sit for it?
Sure. Y'all get to see my face on CO Cam.
Hi, CO Stream.
Bun's here. Well, Bun's over there, but Bun's here.
Okay, could we sit that? Usually we're on the couch together, so no one has to get up, but...
I always hesitate to immediately recommend nurse for stuff, because it probably is fine, honestly.
Yeah, that's great. Go, you on knife and then bite here. The face is too much. I feel like it's been a minute since we've seen this clip. Why don't we watch the clip?
Like I said, it's probably fine. If you wanted to nerf it, I would still maybe think about this pipe. I would maybe ask another playtester before you like get rid of it if it's too tight, potentially, because I liked the way it felt right there when I was able to actually get it, honestly. Oh, Bun Yikes is so good. Thank you for the G's. We got another Hug Bun Bun over here, so one sec.
It's such a face stream. We're gonna watch it again. Hold on, I'll back this. We're gonna watch it one more time. It's just such a good face stream.
We're gonna hug.
Oh.
I want to see.
Oh my god, too good. Too
Alright.
good. Surprise.
Sorry, I went over to Bun's ship for that one, but thanks, Booze. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay. Second half time. Very fun first half, by the way. I'm having a lot of fun with this level. Kick over there, jump over here. Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, honestly, I would maybe recommend leaving this pipe here and then just ask or seeing how other testers get it. If I'm the only one that struggled with it, I wouldn't even really trip with it, honestly, because like it felt fine once I actually got it. Especially if you potentially loosen up the part before it, which is why I was kind of trying to recommend other ways of doing it. If you loosen up the part before it, then I would maybe not even potentially bother loosening up the final part. I get very positive vibes to a lot of hacks that I played like very early in my Kaizo career from this, though. So definitely looking forward to seeing what else you come up with.
Booze, you're doing okay? I'm honestly, I don't know, I'm pretty good. I was
Oops.
worried I was gonna be super tired and like.
Okay, so I think I'm pretty much dead there no matter what. I always try to think if there's a way to respawn stuff, but this level's designed pretty well to just keep forcing me right.
Should I play a game? We've been just chatting for an hour and 15 minutes? Hell yeah, that's amazing. I love a good just chatting stream. I didn't see Figs come in! Oh my god, how rude! I'm so glad Mike said hi.
Okay, gotta actually do something with it there.
Say hi to Figs. Figs, hi! How are you? It's so good to see you! I'm so sorry. You said hi, and then I saw Boo's reply to what I asked, and then Mike gives me the sub, and it just like bumped it up. I'm so sorry. I hope
Okay.
you're having a great night. How are you doing?
Don't really have any recommendations on the second half so far. All of this feels pretty good and flows pretty smoothly.
How's it going? It's so great to see you. So nice to meet
Dang
you.
it.
Well, that was wonderful. Time off, so that's great. Oh, you have some time off. Momo. Oh, 3 months? Oh, tier 1. Gifted to Fix. Thank you so much, Momo. Oh my god.
Just as a general tip, Buflen, I don't know exactly how much of this level was designed in map 16, but just as a general thing, the more map 16 you use in a level, the more it takes to load a level. It's very, very, very subtle, and quite honestly, 99% of players aren't really going to notice it. But as you start designing, if you use the pre-built objects in Lunar Magic, especially when you have more like vanilla aesthetics and stuff like this anyways, like obviously for the sideways munchers and stuff, you're going to have to use map 16 no matter what. But like for this like chunks of ground and stuff, if you potentially replace that with the pre-built objects, it can load the level faster. It's not like a huge thing, and you're only really going to notice it on levels with like massive uses of map 16, or if you build levels that aren't just straight shots horizontally or vertically, like if there's like more of a square build to it. Those levels tend... No, not really. For how vanilla this level is, I guess, I was potentially expecting it to load slightly faster. It's really, like, you're probably not going to hear that criticism from literally anyone else. But just as a heads up, since I am kind of noticing that there is a decent amount of map 16 here, it's like a really, really small thing that honestly not even every creator does, really. But as you start to like play through more Kaizo and stuff, as it is, this is like a pretty average like level load time, so I like hesitated even kind of bringing it up, honestly. But oh right, don't hit that. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that I was kind of more just letting you know as a heads up is potentially a thing. Especially for objects that just are objects in SMW, like these pipes and the flat munchers that are on the ground or whatever. Like obviously if you change the palettes and stuff, you're going to have to use map 16 versions of them or whatever. But if you're just trying to stick to the more vanilla stuff... Don't listen to Xiao. I always appreciate a good outlined Kaizo block because it's extra demoralizing to the player when they hit it, honestly. I designed a decent amount of Bun Bun 3. Or sorry, in Bun Bun 2, I designed the Hazy Kaizo Cave secret exit to have a Kaizo block on the way back. And I will never forget when Laser and then Barb later hit that Kaizo block on the way back, and both of them were extremely adamant that that block was not outlined before they hit it. And they were like, how did you do that ASM where it outlined it after I hit it so I know not to hit it again? And I was just like, nah, it was outlined. It's been outlined. I think now there's actually a way, like I think D4 actually coded something for it, where you can just, where you can actually change it. What?
The textbook?
Yes.
It came yesterday, and it's like
The bobbing of this is interesting. Hey GoCat, how's it going?
For a very long time. I have a problem. I love textbooks.
Oh, and I guess also as a heads up, Buflen, no harm, no foul, but my pronouns are they, them.
But,
Yeah.
I'm studying the history of animation, and it's a really fast class. It's only 8 weeks, so I just want to make sure we can.
No, I didn't do that right. Okay, very cool. This is very fun.
But you didn't like have to buy.
There is one hidden Kaizo block in Bun Bun 2. I'm still of the notion that it's actually not hidden because you have to go out of your way to hit it. There is one technically not outlined Kaizo block in Bun Bun 2. And I'm gonna be honest, it's always hilarious to me when people hit it.
It has like a lot of good stuff in it. I don't know. Defiant!
Thank you, Defiant. Goddamn.
Defiant said choo choo, motherfuckers!
It's a good block.
Oh my goodness, Defiant!
In my opinion, it's a good example of when to specifically not outline a block. Because, like, for those that don't know, in the note block level in Bun Bun 2, there's an invisible note block, Kaizo block, at the end of the, like, P-speed building segment. But the only way you're gonna hit it is if you intentionally take the jump, like, really late compared to when the coin trail is. So, like, if you follow the coin trail, you're never gonna hit the Kaizo block, which is why, like, 90% of players don't hit it. Because I tend to not mess people up with my coin trails. But if you stray away from my coin trails, then all bets are off. I went through the trouble of drawing that coin trail. I'm gonna follow it, damn it.
No, I read 4 chapters in that textbook so fast. So you can make fun of my nerdiness all you want, but I had a plethora of reasons why I love textbooks, okay? If people can read things without printing them out and just read them like on the computer even, like, incredible, and I wish I could be you. But like, love me a textbook.
Well, also, it's cool to own a textbook of a class that you actually like.
No, I want to keep this textbook, you know what I mean? I'm gonna need this to stop autofocus. Autofocus isn't even on!
Yeah, I honestly agree, Buflen. The way that you have these Kaizo blocks here. So, okay, the thing is, this hack is styled after the old school hacks that didn't have the outlined Kaizo blocks. So, like, technically you could get away with it, but given that that would establish you as an SMW creator who isn't afraid to just immediately troll people, I would recommend keeping at least the ones that are right here outlined. I will say that depending on the comedic timing, you can also get away with not outlining Kaizo blocks, but nowadays, if it's not funny, players will tend to get pretty mad about it. I personally think a lot of Kaizo blocks are funny, so I'm pretty loose with it, honestly, both as a designer and a player. But
like to one of the first comics that they turned into a film.
Yeah. Just as a heads up. Hey, fellow. Good to see you.
So that's where we are.
Yeah. We were talking about it actually a couple of streams leading up to it, but the good old laptop finally bit the dust. So now we are on Bun's streaming laptop, which surprisingly much better.
The alerts a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Well, I didn't do that right. Okay, fair enough.
Wait, why don't I have the alerts just over here?
I appreciate a good do that and then figure it out, but we're not going to give you midway for it. Some players who are perhaps more used to modern hacks may get a little upset that there's not a midway there. I say do not add a midway there because I know exactly what to do now. I shouldn't die there again, and if I do, it's my fault because I know what to do.
But now we have a CO cam and then we have the Roch avatar, so I didn't want to overlap it. That should be good now. Okay.
This is all very, very easy to read, by the way,
What the heck? I appreciate you.
and very fun. I've been saying it this entire time, but definitely this is a good level of difficulty. It's fun. It's creative with what it's asking you to do, while also being very vanilla, which is nice. And it also has like just a little bit of splashes of not vanilla. Honestly, in the best way possible, this doesn't feel like a first level in SMW. This feels like a very polished old school level, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure for an app. I personally hope it's the start of a hack, but I guess I don't actually know. To be honest, every hack starts as just a level or two. And then over time, you're like, oh, I guess I have 10 levels together. I guess it's a hack now. Yeah.
I don't have an emote wall.
It's gonna be 20? Nice. Well, whenever you need a tester, Buflen. This is very fun, and I'm definitely down to test more. There's a very good difficulty also. Like all of the nerfs that I've recommended are more if you're just trying to smooth it out a little bit more. And not even like it really needs smoothing, because like this level could ship as it is right now, and a lot of people would have a lot of fun with it. But in order to have some feedback for you about things that I would maybe potentially recommend changing, it's always, I don't know, it's always helpful to have that feedback, even if it's something that like I say and then 10 minutes later I'm like, actually that jump's probably fine. I feel like it's helpful to both know that immediately upon getting to that jump it feels a little tight, but then after playing it for a while it's actually fine, so it's not really the end of the world. It's always hard to kind of gauge testing, honestly. Like, I've both tested a lot on stream and also had my stuff tested a lot on stream for other people. Yeah, it's impossible to make a jump feel good for everyone. Honestly, for me as a designer, it's more important to make sure that a jump is, like, decipherable for everyone. And if it's not decipherable for someone, making sure that it was more on their end than on something on my end, I guess. So that's why I also try to make it clear, both when something feels good and when it doesn't, and then also if that opinion changes as I've played a segment for a little bit longer. Because like setting and content and or context and stuff like also matters too, right? Because like if you're trying to do this as like a race level that needed to beat it 10 minutes, my feedback would be way different than what I'm giving right now, because like obviously in 10 minutes you have a very specific amount of like guidelines and stuff. See the shoulder jump much longer than I do. Yeah, so the thing is, I tend to not cut my jumps a ton, just because it gives me a little bit more time to react, I guess. Honestly though, it is also kind of nice, I think, as a tester, to have a slightly different rhythm through the level, because like not everyone's gonna have the same rhythm to the level all the time, right? Like you're gonna have people that cut their jumps all the time, and then you're gonna have people that like don't hold.
This was like the first real module. We do get to watch.
I like that little wraparound.
What did I say is on the syllabus? Spirited Away?
Yeah.
I think I get to watch Spirited
Yes.
Away as like an assignment.
Dang it. Okay.
Screamed. Who said it back? That sounded like a back statement. Yep, it was.
Also, holding the jump button down for as long as possible sometimes lets you get away with bullshit like that. Because I should not have lived through that life as long as I did. Whoops. Okay.
See, I disagree. I just like a nice hardcover textbook. Like this one is soft cover, and it's bothering me so much. The loose leaf, it's okay for some reasons, but then I do prefer regular textbook.
Hey, Mona. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
But what I prefer
I'm not gonna lie. When I got my laptop back on Monday, I was pretty convinced that I wasn't even really gonna be able to have a birthday stream, much less like a stream this week, as if everything was fine.
I keep all of my textbooks for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Really like that ending. Really like that second half. Honestly, I don't really even have feedback for that second half, really. I feel like it was extremely well indicated. I feel like it flowed really well. All the jumps were fun. Yeah, really, the only thing I can maybe recommend is that first half jump with the Super Koopas and stuff, where you have to wrap around, where you like jump onto the net, grab on, then jump up over the Super Koopas and stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say that was really the only thing I would recommend. But overall, very, very fun. I feel like we got through that in what, like an hour or so. Yeah, just block them all. Alright, so before I show off my nails again since I'm going up here. Okay, so before I switch over fully, actually let's just go ahead and do it. We have a little bit of work to do for Bun Bun 3. I guess before